Okay, hello everyone, guys. Hello everyone. Good evening. Good evening. How are you all? Good evening, everyone. My name is Afreen, and I welcome you all to today's session. So today, PPP Module A, Right to Information Act 2005. Okay, so today is a topic we will be discussing. Right to Information Act 2005. This is PPB Module A. Okay, now we are going to discuss all the thing in a short summary of this chapter. Okay, as you all know, there is the right to, just a second. Okay, now, so if we talk about the introduction, okay, so the Right to Information Act actually was enacted with the intent to provide a practical regime for citizens to get information under the control of public authority. So there are different public authorities and different public authorities which are actually functioning. Now, these public authorities have various decisions and anything. Now, there is a right to information that rests with the public, means public can ask a question and they have the right to receive the information under this Right to Information Act 2005, means they can claim they can have the right to information of any of the information they want to receive from any public authority or public institution. The Right to Information Act 2015 aims to provide citizens with the access to information held by the public authorities. Next, if this act was to be taken, this act is actually what extended to whole of India. So every state and union territory is under this act, and all the public sector banks that are owned and controlled by the government are the public authorities, and they have to publish some information which is actually needed by the public, or if the public want to ask about any information, the uh, public authorities have the obligation to tell these under the Right to Information Act 2005. Okay, next, if we talk about the definition under this act, first of all, there is an appropriate government, means the central or state government which is related to a public authority. You can ask for any piece of information from a public authority if they are under any central or state government. There should be a competent authority, means designated individual who are empowered to receive requests. There should be an information, means material that is published by the public authorities. There should be public authority which are functioning under the governments and rules and regulations. There should be record, various forms of material that are termed to be as record. There is right to information, entitles citizens to access information held by the public authorities. Last, there should be a third party individual or entities which are other than citizen who is making the information request. So these are the different parties that is involved in the Right to Information. Right to Information Act has different type of definitions, like there should be an appropriate government, there should be a information public authority, there should be record, there should be right to information, there should be the appropriate government under which it is working. Clear? Now, next, if we talk about the obligations of the public authorities, so obviously there are different obligations of the public authorities which are working under the central or the state government for the or under the Right to Information Act. Now, what are these obligations? First obligation is they have to maintain record. Obviously, if the public has the right to ask any piece of information from the public authority, so for this, public authority should have to maintain a record of information to which they can disclose to the public. First of all, there should be a maintaining of the record, which is very compulsory for the public authority. Second, there should be relevant fact of policies, means they should publish all the relevant facts and policies. Third, reasons for decision. Reasons for decision means it should provide reasons for its administrative and decision that is affecting the person. Lastly, the providing information on suo motu. So there are some information which the public authority should display by themselves on a suo motu basis without any asking. So these are some obligations for the public authorities under this Right to Information Act. First, they have to maintain record. Second, they have to relevant. They should have attach a relevant facts for the policies. They have to give reasons for their decisions. Lastly, they should provide some information on a suo motu basis without asking. Suo motu basis means on self basis without any asking. That is the obligation of public authorities under the Right to Information Act. Okay, next, wide dissemination. Wide dissemination means the uh, publish information should be in such a platform which is actually disclosed to all public and should be widely spread, like you are using bulletins and newspapers and magazines and notice boards for displaying the information. So the information which you are disclosing should be widely spread among the citizens. Lastly, there should be easy access and reasonable prices. So if you are charging any price, the price which you are charging for the information should be very reasonable. Second, there should be easy access to that information. So these are the obligation of the public authorities under this act. Okay, next, if we talk about the designation, so there are some important officers and people who have been appointed under this Right to Information Act. First, there should be a public information officer. So every public authority is required to designate a central or a state public information officer in all administrative unit, provide information to the person requesting for the information. So there should be a public information officer which actually provides the information to the person who is asking for that information. Second, there should be assistant public information officer. Assistant public information officer is required to designate an officer at divisional, sub-divisional levels, which is actually for information or appeals under this act. So there should be an assistant public information officer also, which helps them in obtaining or receiving the information. Lastly, there should be assistant of other officers also. Assistant of other officers, the state or central public information may seek the assistance of other officer as he or she considered it necessary for the proper discharge of his or her duty. So there should be a main public information officer, assistant to PIO, and there should be assistant of the other officers also. So these are some of the important designation under Right to Information. Okay, next, if we are talking about the information that is exempted from disclosure, so obviously there are some information which is actually exempted from the disclosure. For example, if any citizens is asking any of these things, they can be clearly rejected by the public information officer. Now, what are the information which is actually not necessary to be disclosed? First, if it might harms India's sovereignty, if it is forbidden by law, if it would cause breach of privilege of the parliament, if it is commercial, confidence or trade secret or intellectual property thing, if the information cause unwarranted privacy concern, if it would impede the process of investigation, if there is a cabinet paper, if the disclosure would endanger any life, or the information received in confidence from the foreign government. So these are some of the information which actually exempted from the disclosure. These are those information which is actually exempted from the disclosure. Okay, lastly, you can appeal also. So appeal can be made within 30 days to senior officer, which is above the PIO. If you are dissatisfied, third party information appeal should be done within 30 days of the receiving the order. Second appeal should be to the central or state information commissioner within 90 days against the appellate authority. And whatever the decision the central or state information commissioner decision is taking, it is binding for all parties, and you cannot appeal to the further one. Okay, so these are the appeals that you can do. So this is the short overview of the chapter. Now if you want to learn complete chapter, you can take the JAIIB Super Elite all-in-one plan. Or in this, if you are taking subscription for 12 months or for 2 years, you need not to purchase every batch individually. All the batches, all the tests, all the PDFs, all the materials is given you completely free under this subscription. Currently, there is a 46% off running on this subscription. These are all the super elite batches that you are getting if you are buying this super elite subscription. Lastly, if we talk about the plans, so currently there is 46% off that is going on. Okay, so the original amount is this, and now in this you will approximately receive a 50% off if you buy any of the JAIIB Super Elite subscription. Okay, so thank you so much guys for joining this session. If you like this session, just please like, share and subscribe the channel. If you haven't subscribed the channel, just please subscribe the channel and press the bell notification icon. So if you are pressing the bell notification icon, all the notifications of the live classes will be sent to you and you will be attending the class. And thank you so much for joining this session. If you like this video, if you have learned something on this video, just please like and share to the maximum you can. Thank you so much. Till then, take care everyone. Bye bye guys. Take care everyone. Bye everyone. Take care.